What did that one teacher do that changed my life forever? I was always the quiet kid. Not shy, just invisible. I didn't speak unless someone spoke to me. And even then, it was barely above a whisper. My dad left when I was 7, and after that, my mom worked 3 jobs just to keep the lights on. So yeah, I kept to myself. No friends, no attention, no expectations. By the time I reached 10th grade, I'd mastered the art of disappearing in plain sight. That is, until the day I showed up to school in a torn hoodie and taped up sneakers. The gym locker room was the worst. A group of guys, juniors, thought it was hilarious to dump a whole bucket of water on me. While I was still wearing my clothes, I remember standing there, soaked, shivering, staring at the tile floor while they laughed like hyenas. They called me names I won't even repeat. And the worst part? The gym teacher saw it happen. He just walked away. That day, I decided to stop showing up. I skipped class for a week, hiding in the public library and pretending everything was fine. Nobody noticed. Until her, Miss Kim, my English teacher. She didn't yell. She didn't lecture. She just slid a note onto my desk the day I finally came back. It said, "If you want someone to hear your story, I'm listening. Room 214 after school." I don't know why I went, but I did. I didn't say anything at first. Just sat there. And she didn't push. She handed me a notebook, blank. She said, "Write, not for a grade, not for anyone, just for you." So I did. Every day after school I wrote. I wrote about my dad leaving. I wrote about being hungry, about being wet and cold in the locker room, about wanting to disappear. Weeks passed. Then one day she told me to read something aloud. Not mine, someone else's. It was a poem about loneliness. I thought my voice would crack or shake, but it didn't. When I finished, she smiled and said, "You don't need to be loud to be powerful." That line stuck with me. It still does. Fast forward to the school talent show. Yeah, I signed up. I didn't sing, didn't dance. I stood on stage and read one of the poems I wrote. The room was dead silent, not because they were bored, because they were listening. When I stepped down, Miss Kim was in the front row, crying. She told me something I'll never forget. "You just told the story a lot of us are too scared to say out loud. Never stop writing." A month later, she wasn't at school anymore. Rumors said she was sick. Others said she moved to take care of her mom. I never got to say goodbye. But before she left, she gave me something. That notebook, filled with everything I had written, and a new page at the end. One sentence in her handwriting. "You were never invisible. You just hadn't found your voice yet."